Hi everybody, welcome to GTCoding. In this video we will start designing a pricing table for our website. So this is how it is going to look. We can see that we have these three different plans for our service, and we have the names of the plans, we have the price, the features and all displayed over here, and we also have these choose plan buttons over here. And this plan over here in the center is considered the best value plan. So here we can see it says best value, and we also have a different styling for this plan. And on the top we can see we have this switch, and we can choose between monthly and yearly. Now if I click on this switch, we can see that it changes to yearly and the prices of the plans also change. So we can click on it once more and it changes back to monthly. So in this way we can check the monthly and the yearly prices of the plans. So this is what we're going to design in the coming videos, and the first thing we'll do is we will design everything using Figma, and then we'll convert it to a real web page using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let's get started. Right, so here I have opened Figma. So let's start by creating a new file. So I'll just click on new file over here, and we just want a blank canvas. So I'll just click on create file, and I'll just rename this to pricing table. Alright, let's create a new frame. So I'll just click on this button called frame, and let's create a frame over here. I'll just change the width and the height to 1366 and 768. This is the size that I want to target. Now before starting with our design, let's choose the colors that we need for this design, and we'll create a simple color palette for our design. So I'll just duplicate this frame by pressing Alt and dragging this to the top. So we have this frame over here for the colors. So I'll just quickly change this to colors, and I'll change the other one to pricing table. Alright, in the colors we will add a couple of colors. So let's click on this shape tool, and we'll select the rectangle, and I'll just create a square over here. The first color that we need is complete white color, so I'll just select the white color from here, and we'll also add a little bit of border radius, and we'll also add a box shadow. So for that I'll just go over here to effects and click on this plus icon, and we'll just change some values over here. Right, so now let's duplicate this. So I'll just press Alt and drag it over here to the right, and the next color that we're going to have is 023047, and let's drag both of these once more. And the next color that we're going to have is 06D6A0, and the last color that we're going to have in our design is FFD166. Alright, so these are the colors that we're going to be using in our design. So I'll just bring it to the center. Now if you want to choose colors for your website, then you can go to this website called coolers.co. So this website right here is a great tool for getting color schemes for our website. So you can just click on start the generator, and you'll be presented with this color scheme over here. You can just press space, and you will have different color schemes. You can lock any of these colors over here. So I'll just lock this color and then press space, and you will get different colors, but this color will be locked over here. So in this way you can choose color schemes for your website, or you can even go to this tab called explore, and here you can find all the trending color palettes that are being used. So you can select any of these colors from here. Just click on any of these colors and it will be copied to the clipboard, and then you can just copy and paste that to your Figma file. So this is an easy way to select colors for your design. Right, now that we have the colors, let's go ahead and start with the design. The first thing we need to have is a heading. So let's click on this text button, and let's create a text over here. So the text we need to have is please choose a plan below. Now let's set the size of the font to 24 pixels, So I'll just go over here to the right and change this to 24, and we will use a font called Poppins. So if you don't have this font, you can download this from fonts.google.com, and I'll select the font weight to bold. So this is gonna be our heading. I'll just place it here for now. Now the next thing we need to have is a switch. So let's select this rectangle from here and let's create a switch over here. Now for the switch, we'll just set a height of maybe 56 pixels. We'll set the width to, I think, 280 pixels, and let's also set the border radius to 24 pixels so that we have rounded corners. And the background color of our switch should have this dark color right here. So let's select that. So here we can see we have the color already being displayed over here, the document colors. So I'll just select this color right here. Right now in the switch, we need to have one more rectangle. So let me just duplicate this. So I'll just press Alt and drag it down over here. And for this one, we need to have a different color. So I'll just go over here to Fill and select this color right here. And let's bring it over here to the top and let's reduce the height. And we'll also decrease the width over here. Alright, so I think that looks fine. Right now let's add the text monthly and yearly over here. So we can just duplicate this text. So press Alt and drag this over here. And I'll just change this to monthly. And we'll change the font size to 18 pixels. And we'll also change the bold to regular. And let's place this over here to the top. Now here you can see that it is behind the rectangle. So let's drag it to the top. And let's place it in the center. I think we can decrease the width a little bit. Right now let's change the color of the text to white. So I'll just select a white color from here. Right now let's duplicate this once more and bring it to the right. And here we will just type yearly. So that's basically the switch for our design. Now let's select these elements from here and we'll just right click over here and click on group selection, or you can even press Ctrl G. So now this is a group. Let's go over here and change the label to switch, and let's change the distance between these to, let's say, maybe 36 pixels. And let's select both of these together and we'll bring it to the center. So I'll just drag it over here and you'll get an indicator. So here we can see that it is in the center. Right now the next thing is the pricing table. So let's create a rectangle. So I'll just select rectangle and just create a random rectangle over here. We'll change the height and the width later. Now for this table we need to have a different color. So I don't think we have added the color over here. So let's add one more color over here. I'll just bring this up and copy this over here. And the color code is F1FAEE. Right, so let's add this color to our table. So I'll just select this and select the color from here. I think this is the color. Right, so now let's quickly create all the elements and later we will style it properly. So first we need to have the name of the plan. So I'll just duplicate this by pressing Alt and dragging it down over here, and I'll also move it above the rectangle. Right now the plan is called basic, and then we need to have the price. So I'll just duplicate it once more, and the price is gonna be $49. And then we have another text called per month or per year. So I'll just duplicate this, and here I'll just type per month. And then we have some description of the plan. So here we'll just type, this plan is the best for individuals who are getting started. And then we have the features. So we'll just duplicate it once more, and the features are 15 files. and 10 GB storage and email support. Alright, now let's style everything correctly. So first of all, we have this heading. I think 24 pixels is looking good for this, so we'll just keep it as it is. And for the price, we will change the font size to 54 pixels, and for per month we will just change the font size to 16 pixels, and we'll also remove the bold to regular. And then for the description, we will just change this to regular, and also the font size we'll set it to 15 pixels, or let's just change this to 14 pixels. And for the features, we will set the font size to 15 pixels and change this to regular. And for the features, we will set line height so that we will have more space between these lines. So this is the line height over here. So I'll just set the line height to 45 pixels. Right now let's fix the width of our table. So we'll just set the width to 285 pixels, and we'll have a padding of left and right to 32 pixels. Now if you want to know the space between this element and the border of this element, you have to press Alt and hover over this. So here we can see it says 37 pixels. So let's click on the left arrow and bring it down to 32 pixels. We'll do the same with the pricing and also the description over here. So here you can see it is 32 pixels, and we also need to change the width over here to the right. So let's bring it down to 32 pixels. So here on the right it says 23 pixels. Now to reduce the size of this, you can just press Ctrl and press the left arrow. Alright, so now we have 32 pixels on the right and on the left. And I think we can just decrease the size of this font a little bit more. So I'll just change this to 13 pixels. Alright, that looks fine. Now the next thing we'll do is for each of these features, we will have a check icon here on the left. So for that, I'll just use a plugin in Figma. So I'll just right click over here and go to plugins and open this plugin called Iconify. Now if you don't have this plugin installed in Figma, you can go over here to the main page and go to community, and then you can go over here to plugins, and all the plugins will be displayed over here. You can just search for the plugin and click on install, and the plugin will be installed. Right, so let's go over here and search for check. So we'll just use this icon right here. So I'll just drag it over here and we'll just close this. Right, so here we will just set it to match with these features. And I'll just duplicate it for the other features. Right, now we'll just change the color of these icons. So I'll just press Shift and select all of these, and let's go over here and let's change the color to this green color right here. Alright, now the last thing we need to have in this table is a button. Before that, I'll just select all of these and move it to the right so that we have 32 pixels of padding on the left. Alright, now let's make this a little bigger and let's add the button. So I'll just select a rectangle and we'll just set the border radius to 24 pixels, and we'll set the color to this dark color right here, and we'll just increase the height a little bit. So I think 56 pixels would be great. So let's bring it over here with 32 pixels on the left, and we'll also increase the width a little bit so that we have 32 pixels on the right as well. Alright, now let's add the text. So I'll just copy this and bring it over here and bring it to the top and change the color of the text to white. And we'll just decrease the font size a little bit. So I think 16 pixels. I think that's too small, so we'll just go with 20 pixels. Alright, that looks fine. So let's bring it to the center, and let's select both of these and group them by pressing Ctrl G, and we'll just change the name to button, and we'll change the text to choose plan. I think we can decrease the font size a little bit, so we'll just set it to 18 pixels. Alright, that's fine. Right now let's position this a little bit better. So we'll just make sure that this is in the center, and for the description we'll just move it to the top a little bit, and we'll just move all of these to the top, and also the button to the top a little bit. Right on the top we have a padding of 32 pixels. So even for the bottom we will have a padding of 32 pixels. So let's just reduce the height a little bit. Right now we have 32 pixels on the bottom and on the top. I also want to have a little bit of a wavy shape over here to make it look a little bit better. So for that we'll just select the pen tool from here, and we'll just draw some shapes over here. So I'll just select from here and go over here and drag it, and then go over here and bring it down here, and over here, and then click on done. So we have the shape right here. Let's go ahead and remove the stroke from here, and we'll just add a fill color. We'll just set it to the black color, and we'll set the opacity to 5%, and we'll bring it all the way to the bottom, and we'll bring the rectangle to the bottom of this shape. Right now we can see we have this shape and everything is looking alright. You can go ahead and edit this shape if you want. So you can just double click over here, and you can change these dots over here, and you can edit it in this way, and then click on done. Right now let's select all of these and let's group it. So press Ctrl G, and we'll change the label to basic plan. Right now the business plan, which is on the last, has the same design as this plan right here. So let's duplicate this, and we'll just change the name to business plan. Let's change the details over here. So for basic we'll just type business, and the price will be $149, and we'll just move this a little bit to the right. And for the description we'll just type this plan is the best for large businesses. And for the features we just type some features over here: unlimited files, unlimited storage, and phone support. Alright, we have both the plans over here. Now the last thing we need to have is the best value plan over here. So it is also almost the same design, so I'll just duplicate this. The first thing we need to have is we'll change the background color of this rectangle, and we'll change it to this dark color right here, and we'll also change the border radius to 24 pixels. Now let's change the color of this button. So I'll just change the background color to this yellow color right here, and the text color we will change to black, and we'll change all this text color to white. So I'm just pressing shift and selecting all of these, and I'll just click over here and select the white color. And for the shape we will just give a different opacity because we cannot see it clearly over here. So I'll just change this to 15%, and let's change some of the details over here. So the name of the plan we will keep it as professional, and the pricing will be $99, and we'll just move it a little bit to the left. Let's change the description over here, and we'll also change some of these features over here. Alright, now we need to have best value displayed over here on the top. So let's create one more rectangle and change the height to match with this table, and we'll set the border radius of the top left and the top right to 24 pixels. So you can click on this button called independent corners, and here I will just type 24 and 24, and we'll set a different color for this. So I'll just type EF476F. Now this is the professional plan, so let's change the name to professional, and this rectangle should be inside this. Alright, in this we need to have a text, so I'll just bring this over here and bring it to the top. So here I will just type best value, and we'll just set the font size to 16 pixels and bring it to the center. And for this we will just remove the border radius from the top. Right, now we need to bring all of this down a little bit, so I'll just select all of these and we'll have 32 pixels of spacing at the top. And for this price we will set a higher font size. We'll set it to 68 pixels, and I think we need to bring all of this a little bit to the bottom. Alright, now let's change the height of this. So here we have 32 pixels on the bottom, and we'll also bring the shape to the bottom. And for the shape we need to have border radius at the bottom, so I'll just double click on the shape and select both of these dots from here, and here I will just type 24. So now we have 24 pixels of border radius. Right, now all of this is inside a group. So now let's bring all of this together. So I'll just stick it to the right and stick this to the left over here. Alright, I think that's it for the pricing table design. So let's select all of this and bring it to the center. So that's basically it for the design in our Figma file. Now in the next video or a couple of videos we will see how to convert this to a real web page using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts you can ask in the comments below, and if you like this video please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.